sides, and Boonesboro has yet to give up a run. So Walkersville, doing some tallying last night, they have scored 75 runs in their 4 victories, given up 14 runs, and Boonesboro, as I said, has yet to give up a run and has scored 84 runs in their 5 contests. So something's got to give today. We got excellent pitching on the mound for both teams. Ava Nelson for Boonesboro, Carolyn Hickelman, who feel like we've seen now here for 6 or 7 years around Walkersville, but I think it's only 4. She's a senior, and first pitch, getting ready. Kaylin Lawrence, great leadoff hitter for Boonesboro. Left fielder, bats left-handed. Kaylin last year, as a 9th grader, was first team all-county with a .591 batting average.
So Caitlin takes the pitch.
I think we had 2 balls so far. The
2-0?
scoreboard's not. Yes, it is.
Okay. That one right across the knees for a called strike.
Yep.
What's that style where she walks towards the pitcher as it's
slap
released?
hitter.
Slap hitter.
What she'll do is she'll just smack it into the ground and take off running out of that left-handed batter's box.
That's what she did. It goes right back to the pitcher, easy throw to first, and they get the first out.
So 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Carolyn Hickelman works her way back and induces the ground ball out. That'll bring to the plate right fielder number 10, Addison Tyler.
Top of the first, Boonesboro at the plate. We're at Walkersville High School on an eclipse day as the ball lands on the shoulder of the umpire and sits there for about 2 seconds like you had a bird perched on the shoulder.
A little bit of spin there,
yeah,
kept it in place. Addison, along with playing outfield, she's one of their pitchers. She had a 5-inning 2-hit shutout versus Williamsport down the third base line and foul as it scoots by Putman, the third baseman. One ball, one strike, one out. Yeah, it's a different kind of scoreboard here. We'll have to get used to
yeah, we will.
catching on and try not to screw up too much.
Oh, she
beautiful line drive.
Rips a base hit into center field on an low and away pitch.
Beautiful piece of hitting there from Addison, line drive right up the middle. And that'll bring to the plate second baseman Sydney Hartle. Sydney, right-handed batter. Last year was a first team all-county with a .545 batting average. This is a potent lineup here for Boonesboro, as we talked about, having scored 84 runs in their first 5 contests.
That pitch was low. She takes it for 1-0 count. Another, right in the bottom of the strike zone, called strike, 1-1 the count.
And, you know, as we watch pitchers throughout Frederick County and Washington County, Carolyn Hickelman's not a power pitcher. She's a spot pitcher, moves the ball around, tries to hit her spots. A lot of spin on the ball. That one high and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
1 out, runner on first. Top of the first. Just getting going here.
Sydney is committed to playing softball at Wilson next year.
Ooh, she handcuffs a changeup. They tag her out, throw to first. Is she safe?
She is safe. Just good hustle down the line. Carson Berry picked up the ground ball. Tagged the runner.
And now the coach is walking out to talk all the way out onto the field. Coach Wadle is going to have a discussion with the umpire.
Not sure what he saw that prompted this discussion.
Now the plate umpire comes out to talk to the second base umpire, and they're looking down towards first base. Now, they got instead of getting the force, they tagged the lead runner on first as she crossed in front of the path of the second baseman. They threw to first for the double, not in time.
And play stands. So if you're scoring at home, Addison's out 4 unassisted. And fielder's choice for Sydney Hartle brings to the plate center fielder Haley Hartman.
She takes a strike right at the knees. Beautiful control by the Walkersville pitcher, Hinkleman.
Haley, one of those seniors in the lineup. She is committed to playing softball at Shepherd University next year.
Change up, and she rips a base hit into right field. A two-hopper. The runner holds at second, and the cut off to second base. So nice base hit. That's 2 hits in this inning for Boonesboro. Runners on first and second. We've got one in scoring position now with 2 out.
And that ball was hit so hard to right field that the runner from first could not advance around to third. You don't see that a whole lot in this softball game.
It two-hopped to the right fielder, so
a rope.
Low in the dirt.
Number 3, the third baseman, Sage Haller, at the plate now. Sage, a right-handed batter. Last year was second team All-County with a .303 batting average.
Fouled away back over the screen.
Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Boonesboro runners on first and second.
Change up outside.
Carolyn really pulls the string on that change up. It's almost a slow pitch. It comes in there so slow. Then a little fastball, looping out to left field, and left fielder
had a little trouble with that. She was moving around out there, so there must have been some movement on that
Leah
ball.
Haymaker settles under it and makes the play. F7, you're scoring at home. 2 hits, no runs, and we'll move to the bottom of the first.
We'll be right back after this break and a message from our sponsors.
Everyone at Thurmont knows and respects Dr. John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
All right, welcome back to Walkersville High School. We're here in between innings, the bottom of the first inning coming up with Walkersville coming to the plate, the Lions. And you're going to, Coach, give us your starting lineup there for the leadoff batter.
Well, first off, pitching for Boonesboro, Ava Nelson. And it's easy to calculate the ERA since their team has not given up a run all year. She's the lead pitcher for Boonesboro. She has committed to playing softball at Millersville next year. She's a first-team All-County, had a 1.58 ERA and a 15-4 record last season. First-team All-County. And for Walkersville, they have a lot of All-County players returning. Ella Montgomery steps in, bats leadoff, the shortstop. For Walkersville, she is committed to Shenandoah to play softball next year.
Montgomery closed stance way up high in the batter's box. Got that bat swinging back over her head, and she takes a fastball at the knees, called strike.
Nice fastball there. Ava Nelson shows good speed. Now Ella is a table setter. She'll work herself into the count, just trying to get on base.
Fastball outside. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the first, no score. Walkersville's first trip to the plate here. High infield pop-up, and it's out of play, but in
Foul ball. Foul ball.
foul ball
yeah.
and an out.
Third base. That's an F5 if you're scoring at home for the first out. That'll bring to the plate catcher Madison Lampianca. Madison Salisbury commit for next year.
Called strike on the first pitch.
Madison was the first team all-county with a 507 batting average last year. Dangerous hitter.
Low, ball one.
She's a tall young lady. I'd put her up there about a 5'10", 5'11". Catcher.
She takes a look at that outside pitch and lets it go for a ball. 2-1 the count to LaBianca.
So it looks like Walkersville here early on anyway, very patient at the plate.
Check swing right into the glove of the right fielder. Didn't have to move.
Yep. A looping line drive out to right field. F9 if you're scoring at home. And now third head coach Randy Hinkleman
Yeah.
jogs over and talks to the umpire.
So the head coach is working the referee team, the umpire team
Yeah.
here early in the game.
So third baseman Haley Putman steps in for Walkersville. Haley bats right-handed. Second team all-county last year with a .471 batting average. Hard hit to right field, looping and drops in. Well played.
Yeah, she caught that one right on the heel of her glove, so she just managed to put it away. But
Addison,
one-
yeah, Addison Tyler, two nice plays out there in right field. That's sometimes a very hard ball to get because it's telling away from her off that right-handed bat.
absolutely. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors here at Walkersville High School, home of the Lions.
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Thurmont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio.
All right, we are back live here with our first batter here for Boonesboro. Moved into the top of the second inning, no score. So far, a good pitched game, well pitched with good defense.
Emily Burker steps in for Boonesboro, catcher. Bats right-handed. Takes the first two pitches, both balls. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Emily, a senior catcher for Boonesboro. Takes that change up, called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Infield pop-up. And the shortstop makes the catch just behind second base, right at the edge of the grass. For the
Looking
first out
up
of
into
the
the high sky here this afternoon after the eclipse has moved out of
Yeah,
Frederick County.
That was pretty much a nothing burger, wasn't it?
Well, for us, we weren't supposed to get much. We weren't in that line.
Uh-huh.
It did get a little dark around 3:20.
Yeah, it was kind of spooky dark.
Yeah.
And when it wasn't dark, it was like really long shadows.
Yep, exactly right.
I noticed that. I was walking into the parking lot coming here. I got here right about 3:20, and I noticed I had this long shadow in front of me. I was like, wow, that's what it does. Okay.
Sidney Kulikowski steps in for Boonesboro, the first baseman.
Called strike. Little off-speed pitch there. Nicked the strike zone.
Yeah, it's almost like with Carolyn, no two pitches are the same speed.
1-1 to count. Chop foul into the screen. That'll take the count to 1-2 with one out here in the top of the first. No score. We expected this would be a really good game, so
Sidney's a ninth grader on this senior-laden team. So very talented freshman, breaks into the starting lineup.
fouled away again. She stays alive in the count.
She had a 3-run double against Williamsport in the previous game.
Of course, for those of you that don't know, Boonesboro, a Washington County team over there. Oop, a little grounder to second base, and she makes the easy toss to first for the out.
Yep, Carson Berry eats it up there at second base and tosses to Izzy Dietrich for the 4-3 put out.
So Boonesboro just a little west of Middletown on the same old highway there as you go up over South Mountain and into Washington County.
Designated player number 12, Zoe Hartman, that's right-handed for Boonesboro, steps in. 2 outs here in the bottom of this top of the second. Zoe, a senior.
Another off-speed way. I'm telling you, those are the slowest velocity off-speed pitches. What great touch she has on that. It looks like it's coming at, fastball's coming at you.
Right.
It leaves her hand and it goes into the strike zone, but it's barely moving.
Ooh.
That was a called strike fastball. As you hear the crowd go, ooh. That'll take the count to 1-2 with 2 out. On the top of the second here as Hinkleman checks her wristband and delivers. And she struck her out.
Had her looking at that off-speed pitch. Not as off-speed as the slow changeup, but called strike 3, no runs on no hits, and we'll move to the bottom of the second when we're back.
Yes, we will.
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated for over 50 years. Winner 9 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your yard from a dream to reality. Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you're looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your outdoor space, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get the best.
Here live for the bottom of the second inning. So far it's been a defensive gem with no score on the board. Lions at the plate.
Second baseman Carson Barrett steps in. Solid hit in the right center
into the
field
gap, drops and goes all the way to the fence. She's going to second. She's turned. Here she comes to third. They got the cutoff. They might get her, and she slides in under the tag. She's safe. And the umpire reiterates safe. So the throw was high from the cutoff,
Right.
causing the third baseman to go up after it. And when she swept down,
And it was a great slide by Carson. She slid to the outfield side, the left field side of the bag, reached back with her left hand, and when the third baseman came down off of that high throw, the umpire called her safe under the tag.
and so now the umpires are talking about it as Coach Wadle came out and challenged the call, but generally you don't get anywhere with that. But a stand-up triple.
And the base umpire is explaining to the lead umpire, the home plate umpire, what he saw. So it's, I'd be surprised if it's a change in the ruling.
So some very aggressive base running by the Lions. And the call stands.
Yeah, very aggressive. The head coach, third base coach, Randy Hinkleman, was waving Carson around the entire time.
Well, they challenged the arm of that second baseman, actually.
And typically with no outs, you don't do that. You play it rather safe.
Yeah, but when you're playing a team like this, you've got to gamble. Because this could end up being a 1 or 2 run game. She shows bunt.
Excuse me.
As the infield charges in, it's in the dirt for a ball. So 1-0 the count now.
Carolyn Hickleman is the batter for Walkersville. Pitcher turned batter now. That's 5th in the order.
Bottom of the second, no outs. Runner on third. In scoring position. Changeup. Called strike. Kind of a delayed call there by the umpire, but
Carolyn carried a .435 batting average last season, so she can hit it. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Carson Berry leadoff triple on third base. A bit low and outside. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
called strike
Yep.
right at the knees.
Beautiful pitch.
Indeed.
Evens the count 2-2. And she drives one into left field.
Over the left fielder's head to the fence. Here comes the runner home. And Hinkleman with a stand-up double. RBI double for Carolyn.
Great piece of hitting there with 2 strikes. Drove that fastball into left field, over the left fielder's head for the run-scoring double. Pushes Walkersville out to an early 1-0 lead. Brings to the plate first baseman, number 10, Izzy Dietrich. Izzy was second team All-County last year. Head coach Hinkleman calls out the play number. And we have a runner at second base is Lindsay Worley. Foul ball, catcher settles under it, and nice play.
Right at the screen, she makes a good catch up in the sun. Looking right at it, a little overcast here now. Kind of tough visual conditions because it's very bright, but it's diffuse, scattered light.
Emily Burker, catcher, settled under that one. That's a harder play than it looks. The way that ball reverse spins when it's a foul ball. So, designated runner Worley stays at second base, brings up number 8, the designated player, Caitlin Hickleman.
Caitlin's first at bat this season was a grand slam home run.
Yeah, and she's a freshman on this talented senior-laden squad.
in the dirt. Here comes the steal to third. In, she makes it sliding in.
Yep, ball was a little bit in the dirt, blocked well by Emily, but as soon as it was in the dirt, Lindsay took off running, slides safely into third. So now with 1 out, 2 balls, no strike to count to Caitlin Hinkleman.
She shows bunt, lays down a beauty. Throw to first, stands in right field. It gets by her, and the run scores on the error.
And yeah, that's so Izzy Dietrich. Caitlin Hinkleman. Good sacrifice bunt. Will give the RBI on the bunt. And then the overthrow to right field, Caitlin does not advance to second. She was watching everything. And the first base coach didn't prompt her to go either.
And the third base coach, head coach Randy Hinkleman,
went crazy,
bouncing up and down.
Because there was no one actually covering second base when the ball went to right field.
So Coach Randy was...
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was an alert
thought
play
we were
by
have
the
to get
right...
the AED device out of the dugout.
Addison Tyler, right field, was a great backup. Got over there behind first base. Was right on top of that, which is what I think
But
Caitlin
no one covered
saw.
second, so she's got no throw.
Yeah, well, Caitlin didn't see that, obviously, and neither did the first base coach. So, to the plate, right fielder Olivia Shue steps in.
Bottom of the second, Walkersville leads it 2-0. Called strike at the knees with 1 out. Runner on first. Beautiful day here. Glad we got back out on the field to play a little softball here. We've got a big week coming up, 4 games in 5 days.
If the weather holds, it'll be a great week of high school baseball, softball. So Olivia takes that pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It fouled away and caught by the first baseman in foul territory for the second out of the inning.
Good pitching there, really got in on the hands of Olivia, fouled that off. Foul territory behind first base. Pulled in by the first baseman, Cindy Kolakowski.
Anna Swan up to bat now.
Center fielder Anna, bats right-handed.
Called strike.
Anna's another one of the kind of table setters, batting ninth, real patient at the plate.
Into center field. The center fielder rushes in, charges in, and makes the catch on the run for the last out of the inning, stranding the runner at first. But not until Walkersville puts 2 up on the board to take a 2-0 lead. We move to the top of the third with Boonesboro coming to the plate after this message.
What's the People's Restaurant? It's the diner, and you won't find a better one than the Mountain View Diner. It's the ultimate comfort food. From delicious appetizers to sandwiches to succulent entrees, the Mountain View Diner can satisfy any taste. If it's mouth-watering Greek fare you're after, the Mountain View Diner will not disappoint. And don't forget the famous cheesecake. Mountain View Diner on West Patrick Street in Frederick and in Charlestown, West Virginia, across from the casino. A winner 3 years in a row for a Best of Frederick Award. The people who love great food eat at the People's Restaurant, the Mountain View Diner.
All right, welcome back. We're into the third inning now here, and we've got 2 runs. Basically some good hitting by Carolyn Hinkman.
Yep.
She drove in the first run on a stand-up double RBI.
Yep. We had back-to-back extra base hits, a triple by Cameron Barrick and a double by Carolyn Hinkleman to really get things rolling. So to start off the top of the third here, we have Boonesboro's shortstop Cameron Diallo leads off.
And don't forget the sac bunt to drive in the second run,
Correct.
which was a pretty one.
Yep, after Lindsey Worley advanced to third on a wild pitch.
Bunchone called strike as it sails past her bat.
Yep.
She can't get the bat on the ball as the infield charges in, and that'll move the count to 0-2. With Hinkleman way out in front now on this leadoff batter on the top of the third.
Entire infield moves in for Cameron. She must be a little slash hitter. Batting ninth in the order for Boonesboro. Cameron, a 10th grader. Just outside.
Low and away.
Evens the count 2-2.
Chopper right into the glove of the first baseman on the pop-up as she charges in and makes the catch.
Yep. Got in on the hands of Cameron. Did that pitch from Carolyn Hinkleman. She fisted it up in the air to first base, and Izzy Dietrich charged, pulled it in for an F3. You're scoring home, and it rolls us around to the top of the order again. Kaylin Lawrence, left fielder, left-handed slash hitter, steps through that pitch, and the catcher looks back. Oh, asked for an appeal on the swing. Stays the ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Deep in the box, she'll move forward as the ball releases, and there's a beautiful base hit into left center.
Yeah. It's just a little slash hit right over the shortstop's head. So Kaylin Lawrence gets on first base with 1 out and brings the heart of this Boonesboro Warrior lineup up. Right fielder Addison Tyler. Addison base hit in her initial at bat this evening.
Ball low. Boonesboro in their road blue with kind of orange lettering right with the red piping. White helmets, that royal blue, Boonesboro Warriors colors.
Nice hit again. Beautiful
hit.
line drive. Right up to center field. Advances Kaylin to second. And
So the go-ahead
Sydney
run at the
Hartle.
plate.
Yep. Second baseman Sydney Hartle.
With 1 out.
43 RBIs last season. What an impressive number. 12 doubles, 3 home runs. Dangerous Warrior hitter. Takes
Ball 1 low.
Yep, takes first pitch low.
A little blooper in the left field. The run comes home. There's the throw, and it's not in time. The run scores. So a base hit RBI drives in the first run for the Boonesboro Warriors.
And we have an injury. Looks like Izzy Dietrich came in from first base to take that cutoff. And she might have either got injured her hand or just got dirt in her eye. I'm not sure. Not going to speculate. But Coach Hinkleman is subbing her out of the game.
They should get something in her eyes. Yep. So runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the third. 2-1 ball game. Walkersville in the lead.
Yep. After the first out of the top of the third, 3 consecutive base hits. plated the first run for Boonesboro, and it brings to the plate Haley Hartman. Haley had a base hit her initial at bat. So now number 10, the designated player, comes in and plays first base. Not number 10, number 8.
The change up in the dirt. Ball 1.
Trying to keep an eye on Izzy in the dugout. See if they're...
Change up. Ripped into right. Oh, a diving catch goes through the glove. The runner comes around into the plate for the tie run as they throw home to cut off the go-ahead run. Boonesboro battles back to tie this one up.
And we'll give Haley a double on that line drive to right field.
Sorry about that, folks. Pollen's getting to me here. Big rally here in the top of the third with the Boonesboro Warriors. They knotted up at 2 apiece.
So after Walkersville plates the first 2 runs given up by Boonesboro all season, Boonesboro fights right back, 2 of their own.
Called strike right in the middle of the plate with runners on second and third. Hinkleman wants to work her way out of this one.
Sage Heller, third baseman, batting for Boonesboro.
Go ahead run on third. Well hit into left field to the fence. That
Out
one's
of
gone.
here.
Home run, a 3-run shot for Boonesboro's number 3.
Sage Heller. Wow. That was a no-doubter. The fans out in left center field were standing up to catch that from the time it came off Sage's bat. Big response from Boonesboro. 5 consecutive runs.
So the defensive gem goes down the tubes as the bats come alive for both teams here. And Boonesboro jumps out to a 5-2 lead in the top of the third. Clearing the bases on a 3-run shot over the fence.
Emily Berker steps in for Boonesboro. Catcher flew out to the shortstop in the second inning. Takes the first pitch called strike.
Barker high, ball 1. Right at eye level on that pitch from Hinkleman. No runners on, 1 out, top of the third. A little roller to the shortstop. She gloves it, throw to first in time. And they get the second out of the inning.
That little ground ball to shortstop Ella Montgomery. Strong arm to first base. And Carolyn. Check that. Caitlin Hinkleman playing first base right now. 2 outs. In the bottom of the third, Sydney Kolakowski steps in. First
Pop
pitch
up
swing.
right there at the catcher, and she makes the catch right on top of the plate for the final out of the inning. But not until Boonesboro does some damage by putting 5 up on the board to take the lead here, with Lions coming to the plate in the bottom of the third inning, down by 3. We'll be right back.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Ha! Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable with something for everyone. Check them out today. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
All right, we are back here live at Walkersville High School where the Lions are coming to the plate, and we've got just some really good softball for you this week with 3 back-to-back games involving Walkersville, Catoctin, and Boonesboro. What I would arguably say are in the top 5 of the entire CMC.
In the small school division, you're probably exactly right. Boonesboro and Catoctin 1A teams. Walkersville is a 2A team. So we move around to the top of the order. Ella Montgomery in facing Ava Nelson of Boonesboro. First pitch swinging, 1 hop to second base, and she's out 4-3 on the first pitch.
Easy underhand toss by the second baseman to get the out.
Brings catcher Madison Lampianca to the plate. She was out line drive to right field. Her first at bat.
Madison takes a fastball outside. Ball 1.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was close. Ball 2.
must have been a little low.
Well, Madison's tall, so
Yep,
the strike
tall young
zone
lady.
changes a little bit with that taller batter. In the dirt, ball 3. So Madison takes a look down to Coach Hinkleman on third. In the third base.
Madison's capable of driving one out of here. Let's see if Coach gave her the green light on 3-0. Oh, illegal pitch. I think they had a discussion.
Yep, that's it. She goes down to first.
Yep.
What was illegal about it, Coach?
If you watch her every now and then, Ava hops off the rubber and replants that drive foot before she throws the ball.
Okay. So now with a runner on first and 1 out, the catcher trots out to the mound to talk to her pitcher.
Yep. Helly Putman steps in. She also was out in the first inning on a line drive to the right fielder.
Junior Lion, Lady Lions, back in the batter's box now, batting right-handed.
She sported a .471 batting average last year, so it's a solid, dangerous hitter.
Called strike, fastball on the outside edge of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Check swing, strike 2.
Yep, could not hold it.
0-2 the count now. Ball low from Nelson. Now move the count to 1-2. Nelson out in front still. Gets a little dirt on those fingers, that pitching hand. And now she's ready. Toes the rubber. Winds and delivers. outside. That'll even the count up at 2 apiece. 2-2 to 2-2. That's number 22 at the plate, facing a 2-2 count. Well hit up the gap into center field for the base hit, and it advances the runner on first to second.
Yep, took that fastball right back through the box up over second base. Solid base hit.
And she came all the way back down 0-2 in the count to battle back to 2-2 and then drive it into center field. A very good at bat.
Yep. Carson Barrett steps in. Carson with that triple to get things going in the second inning for the Lions.
And one of the assistant coaches for the Boonesboro Warriors comes out of the dugout and moves his outfielders back. That's a grounder up the gap. The run turns coming home. Here's the throw, and it's not in time as it goes through the catcher's glove, and all the runners advance to the screen. So an RBI base hit.
Yep, the RBI knocks in Madison, and on the ball that gets past the catcher, both Haley and Carson move up. Haley to third base, Carson to second base.
Timeout on the field as Coach Wadle comes out to talk to his pitcher, and all the team infield collapses in to the mound to discuss the strategy here with one out. Runners on second and third for the Lady Lions. The tying run at second.
And Carolyn Hickelman will be the batter for Walkersville.
How'd she do in her first at bat?
Double.
She doubled up, so
Scoring Carson Barrick, who led off with that triple.
so let's see if Walkersville can capitalize on these runners.
Carolyn was 6 doubles last season, adding to that career total already today.
First 2 runners drove the ball on the ground right up over second base into center field for base hits. So they're obviously seeing something.
Carolyn really steps up in front of the batter's box.
Showing bunt. She pulls the bat back and takes the strike. Is this a sack bunt situation, Coach?
No, but we've seen Coach Henkelman do a lot of suicide squeezing, but I don't think with Carolyn at the plate you're going to do that. I think he's going to hope that she can drive the ball.
Low and away. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Boonesboro leads it 5-3. Nelson steps onto the rubber.
And there it is.
That's a base hit in the left field, and 1 run scores. Here comes another run, the throw at home, and they got her. No, she dropped the ball. The ball popped out of her glove on the tag, and the runner steals third, and the game is tied.
So Carolyn Hickelman, base hit, advances to second on the throw home, and when the ball bounced away from the catcher, Carolyn alertly to third. Knocks in 2 runs with that base hit. Adds to her RBI total on the day. Unofficially, she's up to 3. Lindsay Worley steps in and runs for Carolyn on third base.
And Walkersville not done yet with only 1 out and a runner on third.
And we're even at 5-5.
Shows bunt, it pops up and then rolls foul.
And that's Izzy Dietrich batting. That's good to see. She's back in the lineup, back in the game after exiting with.
Catcher tried to cut it off in fair territory, but couldn't because that ball had so much English on it, it just screamed foul.
Yep.
So now the count at 0-1. Here comes the pitch. A high fly ball in the center field. She drifts back, makes the catch. The runner tags. Here comes the throw home, and it gets through the glove of the catcher. And the run scores as Walkersville retakes the lead.
And again, I think the on-plate umpire, both times the ball went to the plate here this inning, has his hand out with a fist, because I think the catcher is illegally blocking the base before she accepts the ball. That's one of the rule changes in the last couple of years. But back to scoring that's a sac fly for Izzy. Scores the run and gives Izzy an RBI on the day. And Walkersville retakes the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the third. Caitlin Hinkleman steps in.
Caitlin with a beautiful grounder to the first base, but she makes a fantastic snag. An underhand toss, second baseman underhand toss to first for the last out of the inning. But not until Walkersville does some damage to retake the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the third. We'll move to the top of the fourth, with Boonesboro coming to the plate after this message.
Taking it overdrive. Taking it overdrive.
E-bikes are the latest trend in urban and suburban transportation. Pedal or throttle, exercise or relax. E-bikes are everywhere now in our area. Fredericktown Yamaha Cycle Company is Frederick County's largest supplier of pedal-assisted e-bikes. Fredericktown Yamaha is a supplier of Yamaha, Giant, and Intense electric bikes. From open road to crosstown commutes, mountain bikes, and more. Fredericktown Yamaha specializes in two wheels and a motor. Since 1975, located just off Urbana Pike in Frederick. Check out our website at fredericktown.yamaha.com. Fredericktown Yamaha, where the fun begins.
And back here at Walkersville High School, top of the fourth inning. Walkersville with the lead 6-5. Carolyn Hinkleman on the mound. First pitch to designated player Zoe Hartman is fouled back. Zoe struck out looking her first at bat in the second inning. So two big innings back to back. Boonesboro scoring 5 in the top of the third. Walkersville responding with 4 in the bottom of the third to regain the 6-5 lead. Second pitch also fouled back. So Carolyn jumps ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Zoe bats number 8 in the order. Pop up to shortstop. Ella Montgomery settles under it. Out number 1. So that's an F6 if you're scoring at home. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And that brings Cameron Dillo to the plate. Cameron, shortstop for Boonesboro. She popped out to the first baseman in the third inning. First pitch high, ball 1. Second pitch also called ball. Strike called. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cameron. Izzy Dietrich is back playing first base for Walkersville. So after the medical condition, whatever, is good to see her back on the field. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Carolyn Hinkleman comes back and evens the count. Outside, full count now to Cameron Dillo. Boonesboro shortstop with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. That slow changeup pop. Ellen Montgomery settles under it again. Another F6. You're scoring at home. And that brings Boonesboro around to the top of the order, and Kaylin Lawrence, the left fielder, left-handed slap hitter, steps in. 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored. She got things started for the Warriors in the top of the third inning with a one-out single.
Nice off-speed pitch right across the plate. A called strike.
Off the hands, fouls it back.
Under my car.
There you go. Under, not on.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the good thing.
It just dawned on me. I shouldn't have parked there. I should have learned that lesson over at Catoctin, right?
Kaylin was one of the first of 5 consecutive hits for the Warriors in the top of the third for their big 5-run rally. Ooh, just
nice
off the
pitch.
plate. Yeah. Yep. Madison Lampianca, catcher, tried to frame that one up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Notice she's not slash batting now.
Yep.
She's
With
staying.
2 strikes, she'll stand still, typically.
Change up high.
Stays up. Yep. Pulled the string on that change up. Just up out of the zone. Full count. Pulled the string again. A little looper. And Ellen Montgomery
She
runs
was
it
busy
down.
that inning, wasn't she?
Yep. All
right.
3 outs to the shortstop.
We'll be right back after this break.
Where do you get your real-time information? News, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, or traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com. A live information window to Frederick County.
All right, we are back here live as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Lions hanging on to a slim 1-run lead, 6-5.
Right fielder Olivia Hughes steps in to start the inning for Walkersville. Takes the first pitch low and outside, ball 1. Olivia flew out to the first baseman in the bottom of the 2nd. Baseball foul down the 3rd baseline. Sage Howler, good reaction, knocked that one down, but home plate umpire said foul ball. Evens the count, 1-1.
Yeah, not much of a line there on the dirt.
From this angle.
From this angle, yeah, right. Handcuff foul out over the Walkersville dugout and into the bullpen. That'll move the count to 1-2.
Ava Nelson continues to pitch here into the 4th inning for Boonesboro. Shortstop. Busy on Warriors team also.
It's a busy day for the shortstop here.
Yep. F6 if you're scoring at home on that line drive. Brings to the plate 9th batter in Walkersville order, Anna Swan. The center fielder flew out to her counterpart in center field, Haley Hartman, in the 2nd inning.
Called strike, got her looking. Outfield playing shallow.
Big rip by Anna, fouls it back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes to count.
So Nelson out in front. That was a fastball. Let's see if she comes back with a little off-speed pitch right here. No, another fastball, this one low.
One ball, 2 strikes to count. Anna actually shifts up in the batter's box on this pitch. Fouls it back over the screen. Count holds, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Takes one high for a ball.
Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nelson gets a little dirt on her fingertips.
And again, Anna fights that one off, fouls it back over the screen.
So Nelson coming right at her with nothing but fast stuff. Trying to blow it by her. The battle of wits here between the pitcher and the batter.
Ooh. Anna with a good eye there. Ball stays inside. Runs the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
A great at bat.
Really good at bat for Anna here in her 2nd turnaround. And swing and a miss. Ava wins that battle, but hard fought by Anna. 2 outs, and we move to the top of the order for Walkersville. Ella Montgomery. Ella 0 for 2 on the day. Pop up to the 3rd baseman and out 4-3 in the 3rd. First pitch low.
Bottom of the 4th, 2 out. Walkersville leads at 6-5.
Ella takes that pitch, called strike. As the leadoff hitter, Ella would love to set the table for Madison Lampianca, who comes up behind her. Get herself on here any way at all.
Inside, she scoots out of the way of that one.
Yeah, both pitchers really good control. Ava Nelson has walked only one batter, and Carolyn Hickelman, her counterpart for Walkersville, has not walked anybody. And there's only been one strikeout. Check that. One for each team.
It's a ball outside. That'll move the count to 3-1 here.
So Ella working deep into the count.
Two batters in a row taking the distance here on Nelson. Fouled away. That'll even it at full count.
Oh, hard hit in
Well
the right
hit.
center gap.
It
Ellie
drops to the fence. The runner holds at second. It was a good throw in. They had a little hesitation on the coach's part to bring her to third.
Yeah, I
but
think initially he was holding up,
Yeah.
then saw that the ball stuck against the fence, and by then Ella pretty much had put on the brakes and was standing on second.
So we got a pinch runner in for her.
No,
No?
she was just
Oh.
talking to the first base coach.
Okay.
So Ella's at second base. Third extra base hit for the Lions here this afternoon brings Madison Lampianca to the plate. First pitch takes outside, ball one.
2 out, runner on second. Bottom of the fourth.
Madison walked and scored a run in the third inning, lined out to the right fielder in the first inning. Madison out in front of that changeup, fouls it off over the right field, first base dugout. Line drive right up the middle, ground ball, hard hit to Hartman in center field, good strong throw home, and the
Dropped
catcher
it again.
cannot control on the tag.
She took her eyes off the ball to look at the runner, and the ball got out of her glove. So the catcher unable to make the tag at home on a good throw. And now Coach Wadle comes in to talk to the plate umpire.
Ella scores from second on that base hit, and Madison advances to second on the throw home. Seven to 5, Walkersville. Coach talks to the umpire first, then goes out and talks to the pitcher, Ava, and it looks like we're going to have a change.
And number 10 trots out to the mound for the Warriors as the crowd applauds. And that's it for Nelson.
Yep.
So Coach Hinkleman trots back over to the dugout and wants to talk to his team. Calls timeout as they warm up the relief pitcher, number 10. Let's take an opportunity to thank our sponsors for making this game possible. American Legion Post 168, Center of Life Chiropractic, Thermont Country Kitchen, and Fredericktown Yamaha. Thank you for sponsoring this game. A great one it is. Walkersville with a 2-run lead here, 7-5. In the bottom of the fourth, 2 out. Runner on second.
So, number 10, Addison Tyler, coming into the mound. She was playing right field to start the game. We'll have to pick up who's out there in right field for Boonesboro.
She's got a nice stroke on her delivery. She's bringing some heat.
Addison, a 10th grader. We talked earlier, she had pitched a 5-inning, 2-hit shutout against Williamsport earlier this season. So to the plate with Madison on second base after that run-scoring single is Haley Putman. Third baseman for Walkersville, 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit. And a run scored. Ball gets past the catcher, and Madison scoots up the third. So with 2 outs, Walkersville a runner on third base. Foul ball back over the screen. Evens the count. Check that. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher Addison Tyler ahead of Haley Putman.
So a little bit more velocity from this pitcher, and the Walkersville Lions fouling them back, having to adjust to the new tempo. High fastball for a ball.
One ball, 2 strikes to count.
Check swing, called strike. 2-2 the count.
Not held it. He appealed to the base umpire. He said safe on the check swing, so it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's a tough call. The umpire is now over here behind the shortstop.
Oh, roller, a good stop by the catcher. Otherwise, that run on third base is coming home.
Barker got it out behind that one.
She slid to her left, the catcher, and gobbled that one up.
Strike 3 called.
And that's it. Walkersville strands 1 runner, but not until they put 1 up on the board. And we'll move to the top of the 5th inning with Boonesboro coming to the plate down by 2 here at Walkersville. We'll be right back after this.
Our local American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
We are back here live at Walkersville High School, and we're going to begin the top of the 5th inning. What a great game this has been.
Yeah, 2 just controlled pitchers, good solid hitting throughout both lineups. We have a 7-5 contest here, moving to the top of the 5th in the dangerous part of the Boonesboro lineup. Addison Tyler gets us started here in the 5th. Addison is 2 for 2 with a run scored on the afternoon.
Low ball 1 to Tyler. I'm sorry, ball 2 to Tyler.
That's
Another low one.
3-0. To right fielder turned pitcher Addison Tyler. Oh,
Throws a changeup, and it looked good from here, but the umpire says no. Take your base.
So the first walk of the afternoon given up by Carolyn Hinkleman. Brings Sydney Hartle to the plate. Sydney is 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored and an RBI.
Ball outside to Hartle.
Called strike. Outside corner. Hinkleman being very careful with this part of the order for Boonesboro, and rightfully so.
No out, runner on first. Nice pitch. Right at the knees on the change.
Hard ground ball to shortstop Ellen Montgomery. She gloved it, popped out of her glove, unable to barehand it. All runners safe. Let's give her an E6.
That was a tough one because it got stuck in the. It just got stuck. Sometimes it happens.
And that brings Haley Hartman to the plate. Haley's 2 for 2, a single and a double. Dangerous hitter. First team All-County last year, a 508 batting average, and they bunt her. First base line and out with the sacrifice.
So the sac bunt moves the runner into scoring position with the tie run at second. Go ahead run at the plate now for Boonesboro. 1 out.
Yep, so Haley's out on a sacrifice bunt. 3 to 4.
And now they walk the runner.
Sage Haller, who had a home run in the 3rd inning.
And that strategy loads the bases to give the force out at home plate. So there's no question about where you're going with the ball. And now timeout as the catcher trots out to talk to pitcher Hinkleman, and the infield collapses at the mound just to discuss the strategy and how they're going to work this, make sure everybody's on the same page.
That's an interesting call.
Walking the runner.
Girl to bunt.
Oh, to bunt.
Power hitting Hartman.
Mm-hmm.
And allow Walkersville to pitch around Haller. So Emily Burker steps in. Catcher is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Takes the first pitch, a ball. Second pitch, called strike. 1-1 to count.
Just nicked the outside edge of that strike zone. Great control by Hinkleman on the mound for Walkersville. Oh, beautiful changeup. That thing took, you needed a clock for that thing to get to the home plate.
Almost like Emily had time to double clutch that.
Slow-mo to the plate.
Reset and swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Low and outside, evens the count.
Tried to get her to go down in a little golf after that one. Patient at bat for Boonesboro, not having it. Oh. Fair ball. There goes the run home. And the second tying run comes in on the base hit down the third base line, just inside the bag, and then trickles into left field.
Yep. So Emily Burker, big hit, 2 RBIs. Hard shot down the left field line, just a couple feet inside that foul line. Emily Burker and Sage Haller moves up to third. Emily on second, and they have a runner in for Emily.
Here
Courtesy
comes
runner.
Coach Hinkleman out to the mound.
Yep.
To talk to his pitcher.
Olivia Taylor is the courtesy runner at second base for Boonesboro.
So what looked like a questionable call about sack bunting the players up
Yep.
turned out to be quite fortuitous because it put the player on first, and a base hit brought 2 in to tie the game. So game of chess here on the softball diamond between these 2 excellent coaches. Great teams.
So first baseman Sydney Kolakowski steps in for Boonesboro. Sydney 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Hit here would be huge with runners on second and third for the Warriors in the top of the 5th.
Go ahead, run at third. Check swing, called strike.
I would not be surprised to see a bunt here just to put things in action.
There it is. She shows bunt. Can't get the ball down. They catch the runner, and the throw to third in the hot box is errant gets by the third baseman. The run scores.
The throw from catcher to third hit the runner. And the deflection allows her to score.
So they had her in the hot box.
Yep.
Caught off of third base on the missed bunt.
Evens the count. Or check that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Sydney.
1 out.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Boonesboro has retaken the lead here, 8-7. A 3-run inning, the top of the 5th.
Foul ball drops between the third baseman and catcher. Count holds at 2-2. Pop up off first base. Izzy Dietrich pulls it in.
Makes the catch in foul territory. Runners out. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Zoe Hartman steps in. Designated players 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Strikeout looking and a pop up to the shortstop. First pitch swinging on the dugout, third base. No balls, 1 strike to count to Zoe.
Oh, what a beautiful changeup. The batter just froze her in her tracks with her bat sticking out over the plate. She realized how far out in front of it she was.
Yep, and the ball just ticked off the bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Pop up on the infield. Hinkleman calls for it and pulls it in. F1 if you're scoring at home. 3 runs in for Boonesboro on 1 hit. We gain a lead 8-7. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th.
Everyone in Thurmont knows and respects Dr. John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
What a great softball game this has been. A seesaw battle with both teams. A bunch of lead changes. Each team's bats coming alive to keep this thing close. We're a 1-run game with Boonesboro on top, but look out, Walkersville's at the plate.
Addison Tyler pitching into her 2nd inning now for Boonesboro. And leading off here in the bottom of the 5th for Walkersville is Carson Barrett. Carson is 2 for 2 with a triple and a base hit, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Ground ball of the first baseman smothered and tagged first base. 1 out. 3 unassisted. That brings pitcher Carolyn Hickleman to the plate. Carolyn also 2 for 2 on the afternoon. A double and a single, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Pitch
Fastball at the knees.
Called a ball. In on the fist, popped up. 2nd baseman settled on under it. She pulls it in. Sydney Hartle. F4 for Carolyn.
That's a quick 2 outs.
Yeah, and as you said, when Addison came in to pitch, she's just a little bit faster than Ava Nelson was, and I think the Walkersville hitters just aren't getting their hands through the zone quick enough yet. Izzy Dietrich steps in. First baseman 0 for 1 with a sacrifice.
Swing and a miss.
That sacrifice was a run-scoring fly ball to the outfield.
Called strike. Got her looking.
Nice fastball.
Not much else in her repertoire but that fastball, and she blows it right by you. So, brilliant strategy. Use your shifty pitcher and then bring in your cleanup relief hitter just to throw some smoke.
That fastball in on the hands, and Izzy fights it off. Count holds, no balls, 2 strikes.
So Tyler out in front on the count now. Let's see what she gives her. I'm thinking fastball. Ooh, she smoked one in that time. You heard the thud of the glove, but it was just out of the strike zone for a ball.
And a changeup. Gets her swinging, sides retired in order.
So that's it. We move to the top of the 6th inning with Boonesboro back at the plate with a 1-1 lead in this great game here at Walkersville High School. We'll be right back after this break.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Ha! Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable with something for everyone. Check them out today. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
Got a pitching change for Walkersville now as number 10 warms up on the mound for the Lady Lions.
Izzy Dietrich moves from first base to the pitching circle, and Carolyn Hinkleman moves from pitcher to first base for Walkersville. Stepping in for Boonesboro here to start the top of the 6th inning is Cameron Dillo, the Boonesboro Warriors shortstop, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch from Izzy, fastball called strike 1.
Bunt tips one back into the catcher's mitt.
Actually, I think it got Madison in the leg.
Maddie's still down on her knees behind the plate, trying to shake that one off.
Yeah, it got her somewhere.
Maybe the hand?
She's wiping tears.
Yeah, she's got her hands on her hips and she's sitting back trying to get some breath. The plate umpire dusts off the plate in front of her and gives her a chance to recover.
Yep, one nice thing about these two teams, very competitive, but they're friends. We talked to the head coaches before the game. A number of them play on the same travel team during the summer, so they all know each other. And great sportsman-like attitude here amongst these two teams. Two of the better teams in Frederick, Washington County this season. So with 2 strikes, oh, she chops that one into the dirt.
And she beats out the throw to first.
Good hustle from Cameron, give her an infield base hit. Brings Kaylin Lawrence to the plate.
The leadoff batter gets on for Boonesboro.
And it moves to the top of the order. Kaylin 1 for 3 with a run scored this afternoon. Looking to pick up some insurance runs here is Boonesboro, clinging to a 1-run lead.
Foul tipped away in the dirt.
Yep. Kalen with the little slash bunt. Almost looked like a drag bunt if you're used to left-handed batters on baseball who push it down the third base line. Infield corners way in.
There's the throw to second. Ooh, she slid under the tag. That was close. Really close.
Stolen base for Cameron. That insurance run moves up to scoring position.
So some aggressive base running by the Warriors. The Lady Warriors with a 1-run lead now. A runner in scoring position with no outs.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to Kalen. She takes that one low.
Infield charges in, expecting bunt. Little drag bunt style you were talking about.
Third base coach calls out the play. The number 1-1-2.
Showing bunt now. Got the bat out of the plate, and then she drops down a beauty to the pitcher glove. Throw to first, and they got her, and the runner holds at third on the sac bunt.
And again, they're not happy with the base umpire call. Moves the runner up third. Sac bunt for Kalen. Records the first out of the inning. Addison Tyler steps in. Addison 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. First pitch just outside.
Maddie lets that one hang out over the plate there, waiting for the call strike, but you don't get it.
And there's the bunt and the run, and Haley Putman tries to scoop it and tag, unable to make the play.
RBI bunt scores the run.
And Addison on first base. Dangerous part of the order here for the Warriors. Second baseman Sydney Hartle. 2 runs scored, 1 base hit here on the afternoon.
1 out, runner on first.
Picks up that insurance run here in the top of the 6th. Moves 9-7 lead.
Fastball outside, ball 1.
Catoctin softball moves to 4-0 with a 16-1 win over Williamsport. Catoctin comes here tomorrow afternoon.
We'll bring you that game live. 4:30 first pitch. That's a makeup. A little chopper back to the pitcher. She gloves it. Throw to first. And that's the second out of the inning with the runner advancing to second.
1-3 if you're scoring at home. Hartle out at first. Addison Tyler moves over to second. Haley Hartman steps in. Haley with a sacrifice bunt. Last inning, set the table. Double, single in her previous 2 at-bats. Haley 5 home runs, 3 doubles, and 40 RBIs last season.
Ball 1. Dietrich delivers. It's in the dirt. It's a roller. Here comes a runner down the third on the pass ball.
One hopper Madison could not control.
Now the infield trots to the mound, and LaBianca comes out of the catcher's crouch. And they want to talk to their pitcher Dietrich in relief here. Just sorting it out. 2 outs, runner on third. Just get the out. Get out of this with only a 1-run damage.
Yeah, Izzy behind this dangerous hitter, Haley Hartman. 2 balls, no strikes. We'll see how careful she is with first base open.
Yeah. A walk doesn't hurt you.
Except it brings Sage Haller to the plate.
That's a good point.
Nice fastball in on the hands, foul ball down over first base.
Just out of play in foul territory. The count moves to 2-1. Two out, runner on third. Boonesboro leads at 9-7. Swing and a miss.
Blew that fastball by Harley. Izzy, a lot of velocity on that pitch.
Yeah, that was smoking.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a change up, and Haley line drives in the right field.
The run scores.
Base hit and RBI for Haley Hartman. Her second RBI of the afternoon. And as we said, brings up the dangerous Sage Haller to the plate. Home run, walk, 2 runs scored. 2 RBIs, 3 RBIs. Check that for Sage.
She takes a called strike with a runner on first and 2 out.
Sage digs in. Fastball high. One ball, 1 strike to count. Fastball. Sage fights it off. Foul ball down past first base.
Just outside the bag, in front of the Walkersville dugout. Count moves to 1-2.
A low fastball.
In the dirt.
Outside. Moves the count to 4. Big spot here for Izzy. Full count. Oh, big changeup. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
That's a great pitch. What a great pitch in a clutch situation. But not until Boonesboro tacks a couple up on the board to take a 10-7 lead. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th. Walkersville with only 2 more at-bats left and down by 3. Let's see what they can do after this break.
E-bikes are the latest trend in urban and suburban transportation. Pedal or throttle, exercise or relax. E-bikes are everywhere now in our area. Fredericktown Yamaha Cycle Company is Frederick County's largest supplier of pedal-assisted e-bikes. Fredericktown Yamaha is a supplier of Yamaha, Giant, and Intense electric bikes. From open road to crosstown commutes, mountain bikes, and more. Fredericktown Yamaha specializes in 2 wheels and a motor. Since 1975, located just off Urbana Pike in Frederick. Check out our website at fredericktown.yamaha.com. Fredericktown Yamaha, where the fun begins.
Welcome back. The fun begins right here at Walkersville High School in the bottom of the 6th. Walkersville needing to get something going here at bat.
Addison Tyler delivers. Caitlin Hinkleman, designated player for Walkersville. Ball 1. Strike called on the fastball. Caitlin 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Sacrifice and out. Ground ball, second base to first. And another fastball. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Caitlin. She fights that one off, foul ball. Count holds, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quick conference. Caitlin with head coach Randy Hinkleman. She fights that one off, bloops it into right field. It drops for a base hit. Right fielder Zoe Hartman charging but unable to get there. So Caitlin leads off here in the bottom of the 6th with a base hit. And running for Caitlin at first base is left fielder Leah Haymaker. Right fielder Olivia Shue steps in. Olivia 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Pop up to third base and a line drive to shortstop.
And that's really been the story of this game. When they needed runners on base, both teams able to produce.
Big situation for Walkersville if they could set the table and roll around to the top of the order. Fight their way back into this ball game, down 3 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, the tying run is on deck.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball past her again.
Ooh, she blew that one by her.
And swing and a miss. Strike 3. Olivia goes down swinging. Brings center fielder up, Anna Swan to the plate. Anna 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Fly ball to center field and a strikeout. Takes first pitch high.
That catcher comes out of that crouch fast, looking down to first to hold the runner.
Leah Haymaker running for Caitlin Hinkleman. A lot of dancing around there at first base.
Bunt foul.
Yep. A little bunt and run action there. Leah was off on the pitch. Anna put it down, but foul ball.
Swing and a miss.
That fastball is overpowering.
Yes, it is. That gets Tyler way out and ahead of the count. 1-2 now. Let's see what she'll give her. Struck her out with a fastball.
Swing and a miss.
Tyler's confidence on the mound is just building. You can see it.
Yep. 2 straight tight strikeouts. Rolls us around to the top of the order. Ella Montgomery. Ella, a double and run scored her last at bat.
2 out, runner on first. Bottom of the 6th. Walkersville at the plate.
Called strike 1.
Check swing high. It's a ball.
And they do appeal to the base umpire, and he says she held.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I was even close.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Looper in the left field, and they're under it.
That's it. 3 out.
F7 if you're scoring at home. 10-7 Boonesboro as we move to the top of the 7th. And we'll be right back.
On the go, on the radio, on your mobile device. Listen to cool classic oldies and great high school sports at WTHUradio.com. Don't worry, if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast, all of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.
All right, welcome back. We have got all the way down to the last inning of the game, 7th inning now, and it's do or die time for the Walkersville Lady Lions, down by 3.
And we move to the top of the 7th. Emily Burker steps in for the Warriors. Izzy Dietrich, 2nd inning relief. Check that. Yes, 2nd inning of relief. Takes the first pitch, called strike. Outside, ball 1. Out back with Boonesboro Walkersville baseball. It's 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th, and Walkersville has the tying run at 2nd with 1 out. So a very competitive game out back also.
Fouled away out over the Walkersville dugout. That'll move the count to 1-2.
Line drive. Ella Montgomery had it played perfectly at shortstop. First out. Sydney Kulikowski steps in. Sydney 0 for 3 on the afternoon. First baseman bats right-handed. First pitch takes outside for ball one. Little pop-up. Ellen Montgomery at shortstop settles under it. Out number 2. And that'll bring to the plate Zoe Hartman. Zoe 0 for 3 on the afternoon. First pitch swinging, foul ball. Out of play. Strike call.
Beautiful pitch.
Nice fastball. Izzy jumps ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 3-run lead for Boonesboro. In the dirt. Ball 1.
So, looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, who's Walkersville bringing to the
They
plate?
bring 2, 3, 4. Madison Lampianca, Hallie Putman, and Carson Berry.
That's
and
pretty,
followed up by Carolyn Hinkleman.
pretty good bat.
Yep. The strength of the order for Walkersville. Ground ball. Izzy snags it on the hop. Throws
1,
to
2,
first.
3 up, and 1, 2, 3 down. We move to the bottom of the 7th, and the last opportunity for Walkersville to pull this one out after this break.
Our local American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
All right, we are back here at Walkersville. The Lady Lions down by 3 runs, 10-7, and this is their last at-bat of the game, and they bring the strength of their batting order to the plate. Their best chance to get back in this game. And a big game for these two teams, a very good matchup, a seesaw battle all the way from the first pitch with many lead changes. Good pitching, good defense, and just good solid batting at the plate all the way around. A well-played, error-free game.
Addison Tyler in relief. And she has faced 10 batters so far, only allowed 1 base hit. Madison Lampianca hard to shortstop. Well played.
What
and
a
one hopper.
beautiful play by the shortstop.
Yep.
She backhanded it, spun around, threw to first on a 1-hopper. The first baseman gobbles it in.
Shortstop Cameron Dillo. First baseman Sydney Kulikowski. Great
And
defensive play.
I just got to say that runner was robbed because that was one of the best defensive plays of this game. And now the catcher wants to talk to her pitcher, Tyler, as she trots out to the mound. She literally ranged to her left from shortstop.
Yep.
backhanded at stab, spun around 360 degrees and fired it to first immediately.
So Putman steps in. Hallie is 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a run scored. First pitch takes low, ball 1.
I'll remind you, we'll be back here again tomorrow with the first pitch at 4:30, Catoctin at Boonesboro. And then we pack up the Cool Oldies 1450 radio wagon to head out to Boonesboro for another matchup, Catoctin at Boonesboro. Some great ladies softball here. 3 games in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Hallie tried to hold up on that pitch. Called strike swinging, 1-1 in the count. Fights that one off, loops it towards first base, and Kalikowski's there to snag it. F3 if you're scoring at home.
So the Boonesboro Lady Warriors only 1 out away from the W here.
And Carson Barrick steps in. Carson having a big day, 2 for 3, a triple and a base hit, 2 runs scored and an RBI. She'd like to continue that.
Really the story of this end of this game is the pitching of Tyler.
Yep.
She has really brought it. Right there, she throws an inside strike.
Right over the inside corner.
Barrick looking. Fouled away. Tyler goes up 0-2 on the count.
Yeah, Addison doesn't really waste any pitches either. She just goes right after those batters. Change up, bounces in.
That one in the dirt, way out in front of the plate. 1-2 the count.
High fastball. Takes ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Rushed Barrick back a little bit with that one. Rangy batter at the plate for Walkersville.
Outside. Runs the count full.
So 3 walks in a row by Tyler as she moves the ball around, changes her speed. Now let's see, you can expect a fastball right here. She'll try to blow it by. And that's it, the final out of the inning on the pop-up to the second baseman. And the Boonesboro Lady Warriors get the W with a 10-7 win here over Walkersville. Big game. We'll be right back after our last break for our post-game wrap-up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cool Oldies 1450, your home for great high school spring sports.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Ha! Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable with something for everyone. Check them out today. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
All right, we are back here live at Walkersville High School. Congratulations to the undefeated Boonesboro Lady Warriors, who notch up their 6th victory of the season to go 6-0 against Walkersville. What is Walkersville now, 3-1?
4-1.
4-1. Okay, so Walkersville with their first L of the season. They just a really good softball game. Just an honor to be here and to watch these two teams so well coached and just back and forth. Everybody had their bats alive. Good base running, good fielding, good defense, great pitching, and great coaching. What do you say?
And both teams, the heart of the batting order, did a lot of damage, scored a lot of the runs. The pitching, solid pitching. But as you said previously, the talk of the day is Addison Tyler in relief. Faced 13 batters, only gave up 1 base hit, struck out 4 batters, and did not walk anybody.
Yeah, now that I didn't realize it was that dominating. That is dominating, and you want somebody coming in with relief like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, what a great relief pitching effort. Ava Nelson pitched well. Walkersville was able to hit her, and as we talked about when Addison came in, she was just a little bit faster, and I think that change of pace really handcuffed the Walkersville Lions batting lineup.
It did. But what a great experience for Walkersville as they learn. They're going to see that in teams here in the 2A this season.
And the matchup tomorrow against Catoctin. Catoctin has lost Taylor Smith due to that knee injury during basketball, so their pitching is not as dominant as what you would have expected. So I expect to see another hitting contest tomorrow unless one of the pitchers really comes out and surprises the other team's lineup, because both teams can hit top to bottom.
That's right. We'll be back here tomorrow. First pitch at 4:30 p.m. That's Catoctin at Boonesboro softball. Some more great 1A, 2A action here live from Walkersville. Looking forward to that game too, Coach.
Yep. And got to be even nicer tomorrow than it was here on Eclipse Monday.
Temps in the 70s they're calling for. Wear your shorts, Coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. Congratulations again to Boonesboro. 10-7 victory over Walkersville here at Walkersville High School. We move on to tomorrow. We'll catch you later. Have a great evening.
Good night, all.
Don't worry if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast. All of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.